Here's a short story about a guy who's handling things like a boss by taking back the ring and canceling the wedding after finding out his fiancee cheated on him with bare minimum 3 different guys, bare minimum, over the 4 years they've been together. And of course, it's meltdown central, and she's trying to make every excuse known to man, but he's done. And there'll be a good one to go over here, guys, making the point that once a cheater, always a cheater. And if he, and by the way, he didn't know about this. It's not like he forgave her, then gave her a second chance. But you find out a girl's cheating on you, regardless of your status with her, whatever it is, the relationship status, end it and move on. Because if you stay with her or take her back, she'll do it again. This fiance has a track record of doing this, and you'll see every time she feels like it's justified, like her needs aren't being met or some darn thing like that, they're all like that, get rid of them. And this backs up why a guy has the right to demand an open phone policy and to check in on things from time to time. Titled, I found out my fiance cheated in the past after I proposed. And a shout out to Mr. Arkansas for sending in this story. And oh yeah, guys, don't forget, come check me and the men's community out on Patreon or Locals. A lot of us are having a good time over there. I'd love to have you over there. You can come check it out and become a free member, just see what it's all about. Or become a paying supporter and get access to exclusive videos every week that will not be on YouTube, as well as commercial-free content from all my channels. All my videos that I do here go, all 3 of them, on the platforms, commercial-free. And you get to chit-chat with each other and me and say whatever the F you want. It's a good time. Okay. He says, I'm 27 years old, and I proposed not too long ago to my girlfriend of 4 years. She is 24 years old. Long story short, I had a moment of insecurity and went through her phone and found out that she cheated on me with 3 guys over the course of all 4 years we dated. Holy crap, that's terrible. It would have been a lot nicer if he did his homework prior to proposing, or done his homework paying attention all along. And by the way, oh yeah, smack. Even though he's going through a hard time, because I smack guys when they feel bad about going through a girlfriend's phone. He had every right to. She hooked up with 2 of them twice every year and a new guy earlier this year. She had no choice but to tell me everything and pulled out the classic that when we would fight, she felt so alone and that I was so distant, and she was trying to find something in them that I ultimately didn't find. But if you didn't the first time, then why go back every year? She's full of crap. So in other words, she claims whenever we get into a fight, blaming him, the way she dealt with it is go sleep with some other guy. Yeah, this is going to really work out. This is great wife material. You'll never work, ever. She has cheated on me at least 6 times with these men. I guarantee you that there are way more skeletons in her closet that this guy does not know about. Oh. The biggest reason I'm hurt is because I just announced the engagement. As a man, my ego is bruised, and I feel nothing but shame and embarrassment. Dude, that doesn't diss you as a man for being embarrassed and everything. It's not about ego. Who wants to have to go tell the world, yeah, I'm no longer engaged, even though I announced I was engaged 2 weeks ago, because my fiance turns out to be the town bicycle. You can feel crappy about that. It's nothing to do with ego. Oddly enough, I have yet to cry or get into a fit of rage. When I confronted her, I was calm and cool and collected and just stood there as she pleaded me not to leave her. Well, good for him. I'm glad he didn't fly off the handle, even though it'd be warranted for him to be dropping a lot of F-bombs and C-bombs, you know what I mean by that, and all sorts of things. No, keep it calm and cool. Don't give her an excuse to, oh, that's why I cheated, because he yells at me. She claims that she would do anything to keep me in her life, and she wants to marry me and ultimately have children by me. Yeah, like that guy's going to believe that those kids would be his. Can you imagine him on the delivery day, and out comes a child? It's like, whoa, that ain't my kid. And it's clear, and the doctors and nurses are like, what the? That ain't his kid. Anything to keep him around. Come on. She has given me her life 360 and constantly tells me that she is going to continue to cry to me and beg me to take her back. Well, that's her strategy. She probably figures I can wear this mofo down at some point with all my tears. They usually do. Yes, we are living together at the moment. I know. She will be out once the lease is over. No, One of you has to go. You cannot stay with her like this. You will go out of your freaking mind. Better she goes, but if figure it out. The only reason I post this is because I never cheated or have been cheated on. I'm no saint. I almost did multiple times, but I stand by my morals, and I did not. I truly love this girl, but I'll never tolerate this. I honestly never expected to be in this position ever, and I always was the one to tell others to leave and preach leaving the woman. So it sounds to me this guy obviously is liked by women. He's had opportunities to cheat. He thought about it probably, as any honest guy would, but he didn't do it. That's the difference. Now, obviously, it sounds like she sought those guys out, but regardless, there are plenty of good men out there that have had opportunities and they don't do that. I've been in relationships, I've passed on opportunities, and joke was on me when I was younger in certain situations, as I'm sure some of you. I am forever scarred from this and will never trust this woman, but the love inside me is afraid to really push her away and kick her out and never talk to her. Smack! Don't worry, he wakes up. Bro, the love you have for her is for a woman that does not exist. She was full of shit. She bait and switched you. You love someone that's not existing. How can I be possessive and not want to see her leave when she's already down what she's done? I just need someone besides the people I told to tell me that I need to hear and not what I want to hear. I'm so conflicted because how in the hell am I ever considering taking her back? My mind says F her, but my heart is telling me otherwise. I just know if I did it, I couldn't live in a comfortable life like that. Now, that's the end. I'm not done yet. And I did notice early on when I first got the story that he responded to some comments, and basically it's over. I believe he said he took back I'm almost positive he said he took back the ring. Engagement's over. Wedding's over, all that. And obviously he's working on getting rid of her one way or another. But to answer his thing, there are a lot of guys like this. They're completely blindsided. They say they love this girl so much. I'm still in love with her. Yeah, but what you love is not who she is. It's the same thing when women get cheated on by a guy. I mean, generally cheated on by a guy, and they don't love him. You love who you thought he was. The same situation here. So he should not feel bad. The only thing I'd feel bad about is feeling like a fool and feeling like betrayed and wasting my 4 years and probably wasting my money and time. And in that 4 years, he actually could have met a genuinely great girl. I mean, the odds are becoming more and more challenging every day to do that, but you see my point. But I'd be done with her. And okay, it's going to be humiliating. It's like, yeah, guys, the engagement's over. Why? Well, she was hooking up with 4 different dudes or 3 different dudes or I don't know what. That's embarrassing, but he's got to control the narrative here. So I know, obviously, what I saw, and I don't know why he deleted it, but he did take the ring back and she's toast. But how the living arrangements are going to go, I don't know. But that's the best way to go. But anyway, it sucks for him. I'm sorry to hear that, but he's young. He's 27 years old. 27. He's 21 years younger than me. He's got plenty of time to rebuild. And look, the way I see it, I try to look at the big picture. He dodged a big one. Imagine marrying her and now having to deal with a divorce, and if she was pregnant. But all I'm going to say is this. Even though it's over, a gal like this is not going to back away. She's going to keep trying and trying and trying and trying. And a moment of weakness, he may do something stupid. So for God's sakes, I hope he never sleeps with her, because next thing you know, surprise, I'm pregnant, or she might, or chicks like this do things like they'll do something to themselves just enough to get admitted to the hospital, to go to the ER. The next thing you know, the in-laws are calling him up, and you got to talk to Jessica here because Jessica or Tammy or whatever. Jessica's a perfectly good name for this situation. We don't know what she's going to do. Try to guilt trick this guy into it. Nope, can't do that. Now, a few comments, and I'll wrap this up. One guy says, if you marry a serial cheater, you're doing the most disrespectful thing you can do to yourself. Get your ring back and let everybody know that she wasn't the woman you thought she was. Control the narrative. And keep your head up. You have nothing to be embarrassed about. She's the one who should be ashamed. Thank God you found out now and not 10 years from now. You dodged a big one. Don't waste this opportunity. Amen. He's 27. His prime hasn't even begun yet. And he said, obviously, he's had opportunities before, so he's not going to have a hard time replacing her. He just better be careful he doesn't attract the same type of woman in his life. Another guy says here, consider yourself lucky, dude. You have the chance so many of us wish we had. And that's leaving a year before your life is entirely entangled and divorce is extremely complicated. Now add finances, a house, and children. Run away. Do not marry this woman. She is not going to suddenly stop cheating just because you're married. You will regret marrying her one day. And one more. This guy says, brother, marriage has a lot of ups and downs, and this is no way to start it. This shows that she is not ready. You are going to have a number of disagreements, and every time she's going to go sleep with somebody else, question mark. That's going to be in your mind as long as you are with her now. And so you just dodged a big one, as otherwise you're going to be dealing with this maybe when you have a house and kids. Move on now when it's easier. There are many great people out there. Keep focusing on yourself and move on. And I wrote other comments down, but you guys get the point. Keep it at 3. So anyhow, guys, this is why I believe in the open phone policy. It goes both ways. This is why I have no problem when guys start doing a little investigating every now and again, because I've done too many of these. You guys have heard too many of these. You know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people don't want to do that because they really want to give the benefit of the doubt, and then they find this shit out. But at least he found this out before he actually, became legally bound to her in marriage. So good luck to our amigo here.